Okay.
Oh, hi. Okay,
Hello.
I'll start. Okay. In our first episode, we wanted to discuss the topic of their passing, and we believe that releasing this on the 2-year anniversary of that day, which is on Saturday, will bring everybody together, and we'll probably just. I have a list of questions, and we'll talk about everything from that day. And we thought of this to be around 10 to 15 minutes, but I definitely think since this is a heavier topic, especially about them, it'll most likely be a longer video, but in the future we want to keep them a little bit short so we don't take up too much of everyone's time. Um, so if we're going to talk about the beginning, do you want to go first? Because you were there.
Okay. Um, is this about being at the show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so on March 27th, well, actually I'll talk about the day before. So March 26th, um, I had talked to Steven and Auden just like on Instagram. They had said something about like something I posted, and um I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm so excited for the show tomorrow." And they said, "Yeah, we're excited too." And they sent that like around 12:50 a.m. So not long before
On the
it all
27th,
happened.
right?
Yeah.
On the 27th, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that was the
because around
27th.
that time too, when they had just finished at the Rebel Lounge, I screenshotted a
The
picture
red
of them.
picture of the red
Yeah,
wall.
and it was
Yeah.
around like 1:05 in the morning, and it was the picture of them in front of the red wall. And so that wall, I remember screenshotting and like looking back on it now, I was like, oh my god, like that was one of the last pictures of them around the time they like
Yeah.
passed. So it was just
Yeah.
like when I like went back and looked at that, I was like, oh my god.
Um like usually when they would ever say anything and I would like reply to them, they would reply like almost within like an hour, like almost right away.
Hmm.
So when I woke up the next morning and saw that they hadn't like said anything back, I was all, that's weird. And I was at school that day and I was like waiting because I was excited to be at going to the Santa Ana show that night. And so I was like, okay, um, I hope they're okay, or I hope they're probably just busy getting
Yeah, I
here.
was gonna say, do you remember when the whoever was the staff like announced like, oh, the show's canceled, like how
So they
you
did when I was standing in line. I got there early because I wanted to like have the
yeah.
front row, especially because it was in the Constellation Room, which is fairly small.
Hmm.
And I remember waiting in line, and I was like, okay, the show was supposed to start like 10 minutes ago, and they still haven't said anything. And then finally, the guy came by and he was like, "The show's canceled. We don't know why, but they're not here." And so I was like, huh. That's really weird. I thought maybe like hopefully someone just got sick and
Hmm.
yeah. So then
Because
I
I
remember,
remember
oh,
keep
sorry.
going,
After
keep
that, I
going.
remember I got in the car with my mom. She's like, "Well, let's just play their music on the way home since that's all we can do
Oh
for now."
really?
Yeah.
Was it just you and your mom?
Yeah. That
Oh,
was
okay, because I remember like not only that, but I do remember people were upset. I mean, people had the right to be upset because it was canceled, but
yeah.
I remember people were like really not
I
everybody,
remember
but
seeing
people
a
were
comment.
mad. People were mad.
I remember there was a comment on the Undercover Dream Lovers page saying, I'll never forget it. Someone said like, "I drove 3 hours to go to this show. Someone better be dead."
Yeah,
And
yeah. Oh wait, I do remember that. I
you saw
remember.
that too?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my God, I hope not." Like, I hope.
yeah.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah, I
mean, I
remember
don't know
seeing
if it
that.
was exactly a comment like that, but I do remember it was really something similar to that. But there was just one comment that was like flat out pissed,
Yeah.
and I hope they feel bad because
Yeah.
for
Okay, so
me, I remember. Should I go?
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I remember that whole day, like the whole 27th passed because it wasn't until like the next day, and we talked about it the day before, so it wasn't like a complete shock because we knew that the show had been canceled, so
Hmm.
something must have happened. But like for me, I thought like, oh, one of them got sick because
I thought
Steve
maybe
has
just
like
like
habit of
they,
getting sick. Yeah, I
yeah.
just something had to have gone wrong, but that was the last thing I thought was that they died, and Um, yeah, I remember. I think someone had messaged me because I still had this account, and someone was like, "Did you hear about them?" And I was just like, "What?" Like I hadn't checked my phone that whole day, and I remember like like they were just like, "Yeah," and then I was just like, "You're joking with me, right? Like
Hmm.
this is a joke," because at that time. I mean, and then once I like put it all together, I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I went on their Instagram and I read through the comments, and I was just like, "Oh my god, this is not a joke."
Yeah. I remember on March 28th, the day after, like I was checking my phone constantly looking for like why was the show canceled? So I kept like
Mhm.
refreshing Instagram seeing like if they were gonna say anything. And then
Yeah,
I remember I was in my last class of the day and I was reading the comments on the Harvey picture with or the boat one,
yeah,
and I saw everyone saying was like RIP, rest in peace, we'll miss you, and I was all, what? And
yeah. It was, I don't know. Seeing those comments, I was just like, "What? Like this
I
doesn't feel
thought
real." And
and
it
I
didn't feel.
remember someone said they died in a car crash and I was like, is this some kind of sick joke?
Yeah, yeah. But it wasn't until like they released a statement about them with a post, and I was just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so this is real." Um,
But I knew I was walking up to I was walking out to get picked up in the car and
mhm,
I was just thinking like I hope this is not real. I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to someone and I was telling them about the situation. And then I get to the car and look at my mom. My mom has tears in her eyes and I was like,
yeah.
"Oh no."
Especially because your mom went with
Yeah.
you.
She never got to see him. She wanted to really bad though.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go through the questions now, or do you want to keep talking about?
I mean, that was it. That was like a pretty broad.
Yeah, that was a pretty broad thing because there was a lot more that went down. Because I remember it was like a full shock. Like I didn't believe it for like a good long time, and then
Mhm.
what's it called? I went on like spring break, and I think this is why "Carry That" was probably one of my favorite songs. But like that was a song that made me realize like they were gone for good. Plus, like with time when the day started to go by and it was just like there was no notification like from them, it felt way more real.
I
uh
didn't I wasn't able to listen to their music for like a good at least like a good
yeah,
month. I wasn't and I didn't play guitar either for like a good 2 months, which is like weird for me.
it's just weird. Oh my
Yeah.
god, and the articles too, like I would
Yeah.
just like look at the title
Seeing
and it's
all
like
the
I don't want to
past
read
tense
it.
stuff.
Yeah, everything in past tense.
Yeah.
And I would just like uh I remember like looking at all the like I remember just like looking their name up and all of those were popping up and I was like,
Mhm.
I don't want to read any of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, on spring break too, cuz I think we have the same week of spring break.
Yeah.
I went to Washington and I went to
Oh, that
I
was
went
that
to
one.
the Twin Peaks
Yeah.
places and they had been there just like less than a week ago and it was so
God, yeah.
weird like sitting in the Tweeds cafe and like
Cafe,
being
yeah.
like they were just here. The worker there actually, she was like I asked her, I was like, "Do you
She
remember to?"
remembered.
She remembered. She's like, "Yeah, I think so." Oh,
Oh my god.
there's gardeners outside, so sorry if you hear that.
Okay. Um. Oh yeah, I forgot. So I think someone asked a question like, the last places that they were, and I was like, you were there, so
Yeah.
we'll talk about that more. Um.
Snoqualmie Falls and yeah, Snoqualmie, Washington.
I want to go there eventually. It just looks fun. Should we go through the questions now? Do you want to
Yeah.
go through the questions? Okay. I don't know if you want to answer the first one, but
Immediate
yeah.
feeling after you immediate feeling you got after hearing about their passing. I just
Sorry, I think of
didn't
the other question.
we kind of covered this already, but I just didn't want to believe it. I couldn't believe
Yeah.
it. And I don't know, I was just shock.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Like I was in total disbelief. None of it I like wanted to accept that it was real, and seeing the other articles, and especially I remember the news reporters that were like talking about it at like they would the videos of it of people like actually talking about it was just like
Mhm.
and seeing their faces like behind them on a screen of them in Austin, that one specifically, I think
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can see it, but that video specifically, I was just like, oh my god, like it. I remember just like sitting down and like looking at the window and being like, why did it have to be them? Like out of every band
Yeah.
that I've liked,
That, and
um,
then also
yeah.
um when I saw them in Dallas, that was exactly 10 days before, but um I just remember being like, I wish I would have said more to them, but I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll see them like next
I'll see
week.
them. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I felt when I went to go see them because
Yeah.
I mean that show was literally a year before, so it wasn't like anything new. It wasn't like, it wasn't like they were coming back soon.
Mhm.
Um, but I don't know why I thought it would have been it wouldn't have been that long before they came back. Which it wasn't that long. I mean, from the UK, how much time can you spend without coming back? So
Yeah.
I'm glad they at least got to come visit once at least. Um,
Okay. Have y'all or do y'all ever consider about visiting the last places they were? Oh yeah, I went to Washington, and then I do want to go to Arizona. I think
me too.
I don't know. I might go later this year. Not for I wasn't going to go exactly for that, but I'll go out of the way to go
Yeah,
see the
I want to go to
Rebel
Arizona
Lounge.
too. Even if it's just like in the because I don't really know this. People know like the specific what's it called,
The
the
freeway spot?
freeway. Yeah, people know the specific. I didn't even know the specific freeway, but I think that's where people left
Isn't it
the.
Route 55? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think that's what
it's
it
somewhere
is.
over there, but people left uh like these little pictures,
Signs.
not pictures of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
posters and stuff and
Yeah, I
flowers on this.
definitely want to go leave like flowers there, and then at the Rebel Lounge too, maybe. Okay. What was the hardest part about losing them and knowing that they had an incredible future in the music industry, although they weren't that famous back then? Um, I mean, the hardest part, there's so that's a big question. There's so much that's so hard about it, but
Yeah,
they had so much potential, and I think that's a huge loss.
yeah. I said that the hardest part of losing them was that I lost some part of myself just because I got to watch them grow. I mean, I got to watch myself grow, and with having all of their music as a support system, like I don't know, it's weird because like having like not seeing any of their notifications or what they're up to or anything, it was just weird because it was such a routine to see that all the time, and then
Yeah,
all of a sudden just to have it gone was just really
yeah,
sad.
yeah.
Um,
I feel the same way on that.
um, Yeah, and I was gonna say I have like so many old videos of me like just like singing their songs or doing dumb crap like that and remembering all those times. So yeah.
What do you think is going to be done in the future as a tribute to hers? Also, do you suspect any unreleased recordings? Well, we found the one unreleased song, Some Nights,
Yeah.
which I think pretty much everyone knows about now.
Yeah. It's so funny when I see like people talking about it on like random videos. I'm like,
Like,
oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
um,
Uh,
as a future tribute, um,
yeah,
I
the
hope, I
mural
mean, I hope they have a mural of some sort, either in Liverpool or at that
or
Rebel
Arizona.
Lounge wall.
Yeah, I think that would be really nice. Obviously, it's not really in the. I mean, we've talked about it like once or twice, but it's not.
Hmm.
It hasn't been like a planned thing. I know we're planning. We want to do it. The skating party.
Yeah, I really hope we can do that either sometime as soon as Corona's over. Well, not over, but like safe enough to have a big-ish event to go to
Mhm.
the Fountain Valley roller rink and
Yeah.
have a little
At
hers get
least for the
together.
people in the people in California, at least,
Yeah,
because there are a lot of fans in California. I'm pretty.
that's where
There
most of
there
our
are.
listeners
There's
are,
a good
which
chunk
is
of them in
yeah.
California.
Or at least on
Um,
like Spotify, it says like most of the listeners are in Los Angeles, which is weird to think about because
I
I've
mean,
never.
it's not that.
I mean, it is a big city, but like I've never seen anyone like wearing a her shirt here,
I yeah, I don't. That's true. Like it
right?
says that. It says that,
I
but
think
then
people just listen
don't.
to it and don't
It
like.
doesn't get talked about that much,
Yeah,
like in real life,
yeah.
but people do listen to it. For the unreleased recordings
Oh
thing,
yeah.
I don't really think. As for like performances and stuff, I feel like the 2016 performance is like the best we can get for now. But
Hmm.
anything that they do really have, I think Heist or Hit at the most has. Like, at least for the online or the internet, I think everything has really been dug up, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
But
we
even
never
if they
know.
did have unreleased recordings, I think Heister Hit said something like they weren't proud of it, so they don't
Yeah,
want people to
if it's
hear it.
not, yeah, if it's not out already by now, then they probably didn't like it because
Yeah.
that goes for like merch. I remember there's like a lot of merch that they either didn't like, so it's just like it wasn't redone or restocked or anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Do you know of any artist groups who created music like theirs, especially in their honor? Uh, you can go first on this one.
Okay, yeah, I wrote down. I really don't think anybody has like their sound, or I mean, they have similar influences that they put into their music, like 80s influences, but I don't think anyone really matches for Invitation to Herself. I don't think so. But the people that did make a cover or like some sort of tribute, Fur made a cover to What Once Was, and there's a bunch of them on YouTube. Like people just done their own tribute to them. um, yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other.
You probably know more, I mean, you know more music than I do, but I don't really.
I've never heard anyone
You're in
that sounds
thinking
similar
mode.
to them.
I don't know. I really don't know.
And I don't know. I really don't think I'll ever come across someone that's like,
I mean, they are compared to like the Smiths and like people from the 80s, but
yeah,
in now time, I don't think they've ever been compared to like other indie bands specific. I don't know if indie band, but they've
indie.
never been compared to, right?
No. And there's no one like not only their music, but there's no one like them.
Yeah, there's nobody that's done like a tribute band or.
Hmm.
I know the Silkskin Lovers did. I guess they're the closest to something as in like a tribute to them, but I mean their name is Silkskin Lovers, but I feel like they were trying to do something that was like influenced by them, so
Hmm.
that's cool.
Yeah, I hope to do that one day, but I'm
Yeah,
far from there.
yeah, I don't know. Okay,
All right, well, that's all the questions.
that's basically all the questions. Uh, how long have we been recording so far?
19 minutes.
Okay, I think that's
That's
good.
that's good.
That's decent. Okay, should
Yeah.
we stop it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see you next time. I don't know.
Bye.
Well, yeah, bye.